Good morning, scrappers, scrapettes, planet lovers, recyclers, friends of the channel, and family and friends from all over the place who are following me here on TikTok and YouTube. So I'm continuing to process all those blade servers that I got. I've been showing you bits and pieces about some of the gold recovery that's on these. Get that out of the way so I can rest my arm. I don't know if I'm going to get a live up today. I was going to try to, but the water company is coming to assess my water problem. These have been very, very good for what I do here. Let me show you some of the things we've gotten out of these. And I know I've showed you some of this before, but I'm getting ready to send some of this out to Board Sort this morning. I'm holding on to the board itself because I'm trying to get set up with a local refiner. He wants 3,000 pounds, which I think I can do. These are good because they stack nice and neat. I can put them in boxes and just stack them up down in the basement, and I don't have a gigantic mess everywhere. So we got 2 pinless Xeon chips. So we got 2 of those out of each one. We got these. And this I am going to take the pins off, by the way. That's why it's aside. We got these. That's back over here. There's gold, like there's things like this under here. Whoops. See the gold flashing? There's gold pins under there. And you've seen me pulling some of these off. This one even has chips on the back. This is a really good high quality board. And the thing I like about these is there's not a tremendous amount of waste. These are boards I would consider selling to people who are into gold refining. Whereas server boards, you wind up with just, the big server boards, you just wind up with a ton of rubbish. These, not so much. You know, the server boards, you have power supply areas, you just got a lot of wasted space. But not this. This is full of stuff from stem to stern. If you're interested in any of these guys, I sell them for 2 for $50, and I'll ship it to you here in the States free. You know, but just shoot me a message if you're interested. I have, oh, I don't know, a couple hundred maybe at this point. These have been very productive for me. I got a lot of RAM out of them, and that I've been kind of selling as I go. I can't even keep that in the eBay store. It goes faster than it comes out. We got a lot of these. And again, there's chips under here. This, I think, might have come out of one of the Cisco servers, actually. Yeah. But these are high-grade peripherals. Even if I take this, it doesn't matter. There's visible gold. Good quality chips front and back. That's a high-grade peripheral card. I've got a carton of those ready to go to Board Sort this morning. Got a lot of these. These came out of these blade servers. So these were, where was this? Over here, maybe? Yeah. These were over here somewhere, one of the corners. I don't remember. But that's a peripheral high-grade board. And I did take the gold from here. That is still all day, every day, a high-grade peripheral board. Very good board. Again, this has been my message lately to those of you who do gold refining. Why buy a board with a lot of waste? Why not buy some of these peripherals? Not even necessarily from me, but these peripheral boards, that to me is a much better value than this with all its wasted space. It's my opinion, but these are high-grade peripheral boards. Again, I've got a box of those ready to go. I might, and it's a very big might if I do it or not, I might put the boxes up in my eBay store as 10 and 15 pound lots or 5 pound lots, depending what I've got. Just to see if there's any interest for those of you who do gold refine. Don't feel obligated, but I'll make it available before I'll leave it there a week before I send it to Board Sort. Or local refiner, depending how well this plays out. So these have been very good value to me. This will go as a peripheral low-grade board. It's a good board, but there's a lot of waste here. There's waste here. There's nothing under here. Nothing but green board. So that's a low-grade peripheral. high grade and low grade. I've got a box of each of those ready to go out too. Some of them, not all, but most of these have had very good copper recovery. I've got a good stack of this, not only from these, but the Cisco servers had a lot of these too. I've got quite a few copper. I've also got a lot of copper aluminum that have to be processed and cleaned, like these. CPU chips, we got RAM, some copper, and a lot of cards. So I'm going to continue processing these to get the mess out of my house. It's pouring rain out today, and I do have the water company coming out to assess my lack of water pressure. So that flood garbage is still kind of going on, but it's okay. You know, I'm safe. The house is safe. Everything's dried out. It's just the aftermath now. So I just wanted to check in, let you guys know I was thinking of you. Game plan is alive Sunday morning, good Lord willing. But in the meantime, I've got all these to process. I like these. These are very easy for me to work with. They're not too heavy, and they're a very good teardown. They're nowhere near as heavy as those damn rack-mounted servers. Those are heavy as you know what. So I've got some pinless CPUs over here. They're all sorted. When I get a box full, I'll send those out. They're not super good for gold recovery, guys. The pinned ones are. These are all going as Goldfinger cards. That box is actually ready to ship, so there's 10 pounds there. There'll be 10 pounds of Goldfingers and PCI cards. I don't know. You know, I could put it up in the eBay store, I suppose, but I've got to put it up at the price I'm going to send it to my buyer for, because I can't lose money either. But these, you know, again, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just showing you. These are PCI riser cards and backplane boards. Look at the gold, right? It's, you know, have the memory chips that you'll get on RAM, but if you're after Goldfingers, yeah. See, I won't cut that. This stuff is extremely toxic, and I don't like to play with it. That's a typical Goldfinger card, but look at the gold recovery. Look at the chips. You know, these are really good for those of you who are doing gold refining. You know, look for Goldfinger cards, not just for me anywhere on eBay. Goldfinger cards are good for this. PCI cards are good. Backplane boards are good. Look at the gold recovery here. So, you know, there's value in these bulk lots. Not trying to toot my own horn. There's a lot of people who sell scrap e-waste, not just me. But I'm just saying, you know, if I was doing gold refining, I'd go after a box like this in a minute instead of trying to pay for RAM, which is $35 a pound. Yes, yesterday. These are $6 a pound. You know, and you get plenty of value. Again, my opinion. That's, you know, the opinions expressed here are those of this channel. So we got a bunch of those ready to go. Over here, I've got another 20 of these to process. I've got a box of high-grade peripheral boards. I got a box of low-grade peripheral boards. I sold the RAM as fast as I could, as fast as I could post it. That all went. And again, I'm just stacking up. These are got to be processed. I've got another box. I've got other boxes with the ones I've already processed. They're for sale. You know, two for $50, cleaned up for you, ready for gold recovery. But again, for me, I'm saving those. I got to get 3,000 pounds, and then I can bring it to the local refiner. You know, I've taken the brackets off. I've taken any extra junk off. If he declines the load, I can certainly. I have 5 other places I can now ship them to. So, you know. The thing is now I'm in a position where I don't have to rush like a maniac. I have to keep going because I don't want the mess in my house, but I can sort it, I can store it. It's like, you know, it's like going to the bank. Okay, I need some money this week. Let me go make a withdrawal. And you know, it's orderly, and it's, you know, it's good. It's good to work that way. Just sorting the stuff and frantically trying to come from behind is just no bueno in this business, guys. I can tell you that. So these are going to get stacked and stored. These were already cleaned up. I haven't gotten the gold off these yet. I intend to. I left it on in case anybody wants to actually buy the boards. I would leave that on for somebody who does gold refining. If I have to ship them out to a buyer, I probably would take. I'm a board buyer. I would probably take this gold off. It's very, very good right now because I'm not sure how I'm going to who I'm going to sell it to. I'm leaving it on. I've taken the brackets off. That's rubbish. Look at the gold recovery in this board, guys. So much better than these big server boards. This is definitely more bang for your buck, or your pound, or your euro, or your shekels. This is a regular server board over here, and there's just a lot of waste here. This is all waste. There's nothing here for chip value. A little bit of gold under here. But this is waste. And there's nothing that can be done about that. Cutting these boards is toxic and dangerous. I really like the blade servers. They're easier for me to move. I don't have the waste from power supplies. And so on and so forth. Not to discount it. This is a very good board. You know. But, you know, these big rack-mounted servers have a lot of wasted space and a lot of wasted components. They do have more gold, but this for me is where it's going to be at. I'm going to try to find these. They're just so much easier to work with for me. A lot less carrying, a lot less lifting. So again, all of these I'm saving. It won't take me long to make 3,000 pounds. I think I've got a ton down in the basement. No pun intended. I've got a ton down in the basement, and I'm looking out my window, and I have a wire hanging down from my house. Oh dear. It's probably the internet wire. Oh dear. All right. Well, I have to go see what's hanging out down in my house. Ugh. Oh well. I'm safe. I'm secure. I have power. I have water. I hope I have internet because that's how I run my business. And I did want to just share some of this with you guys, and you know, I will sign off for now, and I will see you soon. Bye.